this week's chapter of Bleach, Kenpachi Zaraki meets his greatest challenge ever, a group of incredibly powerful female Quincy Sternritter. This week's chapter of Bleach was awesome! I loved this week's chapter, and I'm conflicted because I'm watching my favorite character, Kenpachi Zaraki, get his shit knocked out by these four hilarious women who have great designs, incredible powers, and they completely surprised me this week. And I'm still really curious as to what actually happened to their superior, Bombietta Basterbine. In fact, Bombietta might not even have been the superior to these guys, because they seem just as strong even without her. And frankly, they're all pretty awesome and kind of disturbing in some senses. And this entire chapter was just getting to see all of their abilities and them wailing on this group of Shinigami and Kenpachi. And Kenpachi himself is pretty shocked by their power, and you can even see that at the end of the chapter when he is just defeated and battered and put into the ground. But like I said, this chapter was basically just a showcase for these female Quincy, and it did not disappoint. It looked great. If there's one thing that Kubo does really well, it's design characters, and he's also really good at designing female villain characters. We saw that with the Arrancar previously. We're seeing it again right now with the Quincy. And do not judge a book by its cover, because these girls will mess you up in ways you cannot describe. So, first there is Candace Catnip, who happens to look like a high-class Las Vegas hooker, but she happens to be the T Sternritter, and she happens to be the Thunderbolt Sternritter, and she's able to literally turn her body into a massive lightning bolt. And with this, she is literally frying the Shinigami left and right. And she's even giving Kenpachi a little bit of a hard time, but she's even a little amazed at Kenpachi's strength and even calls him a monster. And then she gets a little bit of help from the P Sternritter, which is that one cute and bubbly looking lady. And she is the Power Sternritter, and she's able to punch Kenpachi directly into the dirt, as well as picking up a lot of large masses of debris and throwing them at the other Shinigami. But the two girls that really stole the show this week, there is the one little one by the name, I think it's Lil Toto. I don't really know how to pronounce her name too well, but she is the G Sternritter, and she is the Glutton. And her power is disturbing and freaky as all hell, and it also happens to be really cartoony at the same time. She is able to morph her bottom jaw and mouth into this giant cartoony-looking jaw, which just decapitates and bites the heads off of multiple Shinigami at once. It was incredibly disturbing and very surprising. I did not see that coming at all. And then there's the final girl, who is probably my favorite one. Her name is Giselle, and she is the Z Sternritter. She is the zombie Sternritter, the Walking Dead, ladies and gentlemen. And her powers are very strange. It's not exactly what I thought it was going to be in terms of line with zombies. She actually gets cut by this random Shinigami, and her blood starts squirting all over the place. And whenever her blood actually touches someone, it looks like she has the ability to control them. And she pulls a total Code Geass moment at the end when she asks all of the Shinigami who are covered with her blood to commit suicide, and they all kill themselves at once. It's intense as all hell. The chapter actually ends with a little bit of a cliffhanger as well, where all of the ladies are standing over Kenpachi's defeated body, and he's wondering if he's actually going to be defeated right now and here. And suddenly in the sky, there's a massive explosion in the shape of a skull. This could mean so many things for Bleach. Like, this could be the return of Ichigo. This could be the return of the Arrancar. I think it would be really fitting if Holly Bell and her group came through and started fighting against them. I just think that would be really awesome. For all we know, it could actually be Ginjo and the Fullbringers coming in, because that big explosion actually kind of looks like a substitute Shinigami badge. Like, there's so many possibilities for who could actually show up at the end, and it could even be Yachiru. I'm imagining it probably is Yachiru in some form or fashion getting ready to help out Kenpachi, and this would be another excuse to see her finally go all out, especially because Ken is being defeated right now, and she's going to be really pissed off when she sees all these girls just wailing on him. But that's the thing. There was a lot of action this week. There's the possibility for a nice twist at the end. All of the artwork and everything was good. So let me just give you the rundown on why this was such a great chapter of Bleach. So, artwork this week was on point. All four of the ladies have really distinctive designs, and that makes them really interesting. They might have some names that are hard to pronounce, but that still makes them really badass. I'm incredibly surprised still that Kenpachi is being beaten by them, especially because he was just dealing with Gremmy, and even Candace was remarking that Gremmy was just disturbingly powerful. But, you know, I really don't think this is the end of Kenpachi by any stretch of the means. He still has so much more to do. They just revealed his Zanpakuto for the first time. You know, we still got to see so much more from this character. But this was just a really memorable chapter of Bleach with a lot of really exciting action, some of which was frankly kind of disturbing and even funny at times. I loved this week. I have no complaints with it, and when I have no complaints with it, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I loved everything about this chapter. I love these characters. I think they're incredible. Said it before, said it again. I want the Bleach anime back! I want to see this animated! Make it happen, people, damn it! Every single time a new chapter of Bleach comes out and it's really exciting, it just makes me want the anime version so bad. Ugh. Worst comes to worst, I'll end up just picking up these manga volumes, but still, this is a good time to be a Bleach fan. Check out this chapter. It was bad-ass, ladies and gentlemen. 10 out of 10 for me. Check it out. If you guys saw this week's chapter of Bleach, I would love to hear your thoughts about it, and you can tell me with your comments below. What did you think of the 4 new Quincy ladies and their crazy powers? What's gonna happen to Kenpachi? And what's with that big explosion at the end? Who is it? You can tell me your theories with your comments below. Remember guys, before you leave, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so you can like the video. And remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you can see all of our latest anime and manga reviews. You can also check us out on Facebook and on Twitter. I'll put links to both of those in the description box below. So, I'll see you next time guys. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out.